And speaking of getting away with whatever you can get away with, Representative Nadler has requested, in conjunction with Representative Doug Collins, I believe, of Georgia, they have requested that Special Counsel Mueller appear before the House Judiciary Committee. In a tweet, Nadler said this. He said, quote, "Today, Ranking Member Collins called for Special Counsel Mueller to appear before the House Judiciary. I fully agree. Special Counsel Mueller should come before the committee to answer questions in public about his 22-month investigation into President Trump and his associates." He said in the next tweet, he said, "In order to ask Special Counsel Mueller the right questions, the committee must receive the special counsel's full report and hear from Attorney General Barr about the report on May 2nd. We look forward to hearing from Mr. Mueller at the appropriate time." Now, a lot has been the Mueller report. And actually, we shouldn't even call it that. At this point, we're just going to call it the Barr summary. The Barr summary of the Mueller report has been a fascinating expedition of the media really falling over themselves for the news cycle. And let me unpack that real quick, because no one has seen, and I'm sure David has covered this ad nauseum, right? No one has seen the full report. And while I don't personally expect the full report to defer or depart from the Barr summary significantly, there's clearly damning information in the report that this administration does not want to get out. Otherwise, if the report exonerated him fully, like he said, it would have been published in full for everyone to read item by item by item. That's number one. But number two, the reason I mentioned the media is because it's fascinating how they ran with this narrative that Trump has been exonerated. And they did so in this enclosed news cycle of about 48 hours for the mainstream media. And then some of the other people, some of my friends, Michael Tracy, Glenn Greenwald, they're still slam dunking this thing, even though they haven't read the reports themselves. So it's just amazing how everyone has been running to the hills with this story of Trump being exonerated, but literally no one in Congress and no one in the media has seen the full report. And for me, it just seems like if we're going to be objective, if we're going to at least try to pretend as though we are objective journalists, then goodness, you got to read the damn report. That being said, I find it fascinating, and I actually think it's sort of a good thing that there's a bipartisan call for Mueller to testify before Congress. Nadler is a Democrat, I believe, from New York, and Collins is a Republican from the state of Georgia. Both of them are calling for Mueller to testify. The question is what will he be able to say? What constraints are going to be placed on him? What could he, and also what Nadler pointed out is there's no way they can ask the appropriate questions without getting access to the full report. So it's very important that they get access to the full report. And again, the more I say that, the more ridiculous I think all of our media outlets are. CNN, MSNBC, all the mainstream media outlets, Fox News, of course, we expect Fox News to do what it does. But for people, for people who for months have called for objectivity, not MSNBC, you notice I didn't list them, but for other organizations, other media organizations to call for objectivity, to all of a sudden make this an open and shut case, shut it down, close, no more questions, and he's been exonerated, and we've moved on. We've moved on from it because that's the nature of our news cycle. It really screams to me that they weren't looking so much for objectivity as much as they were looking for a slam dunk news cycle for clicks. And whether that meant allowing Donald Trump to tell America that he has been completely exonerated without anyone objective or anyone not a part of the administration seeing the actual report, if that meant that's what they had to do to get a good news cycle, then that's exactly what they did. It really is fascinating to me that I'm not surprised, but I'm always reminded that the very people who are calling for objectivity very quickly side on the side of power when it benefits them financially and when it benefits their news cycle and they can get the ratings that they want. Well, they'll just throw everything else to the wind when literally no one, not a single journalist, not a single reporter, not a single commentator, not a news agency, hell, not even the Senate nor the Congress has seen the report. And yet they all have concluded that they know so well what's in that report that they can say that the president has been fully exonerated. Well, we'll see about that when it comes time for Special Counsel Mueller to testify. And that's only if Congress people are able to be prepared for that testimony to ask the right questions by being able to read the report before Mueller testifies.
Today's sponsor is Skillshare, and I'm excited to tell you that everybody in our audience is getting 2 entire months of free access to Skillshare when you click the link underneath this video. Skillshare is the site that offers over 25,000 online courses on almost any topic you can imagine: cooking, meditation, photography, video editing, Photoshop, managing a small business, almost an endless list. And whether you're trying to get ahead in your career, maybe you want to learn new skills that will make you better at your job, you might just be exploring a new hobby and you're trying to find new ways to be creative in your personal time, Skillshare's the perfect place to fully immerse yourself in whatever you're trying to learn. I really enjoyed the class on more advanced video editing techniques because it's something I've been wanting to improve at, but have been very busy hosting the David Pakman Show for the last few years. Once again, the David Pakman Show is giving you 2 whole months of access to every single class offered by Skillshare. After those 2 months, if you want to keep your subscription, Skillshare's super affordable at less than $10 a month. Get better at whatever it is that you're passionate about, or discover something brand new that you didn't even know that you would love, and join Skillshare's other 7 million users by clicking the link underneath this video.